3, 2, 1, and yeah, we're live. So it's recording right now.
All right.
Okay. And rock and roll. Here we go.
If you're looking for the most amazing podcast ever, well, this isn't it. You're listening to the Average Fellas Podcast, guaranteed to let you down and leave you unsatisfied.
You gotta drink up before we start talking. Sweet. Rock and roll. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe this is happening. Can you believe it, Alex?
No, dude. Episode 2.
Episode 002. Oh my God, I cannot believe it. My goodness.
Pretty crazy, dude.
So how's your weekend going?
It's going pretty well, man.
Yeah.
Ready to relax on my days off, boy.
I know, right? Tell me about it. Well, I mean, I'm not working, so what do I know? What do I know?
Right?
What do I know? Anyways.
Don't try to relate to me as a hero, dude. Please.
Hey, Alex, why don't you do me a favor, bud?
What's up, dog?
Let's run back some numbers. Let's run the numbers real quick on how the podcast for episode 001 went. Let's review the numbers because I think this is I'm excited. I'm excited, you know. I think we got a really good response from our friends, you know, our family, people that are out there listening. And you know, I'm proud. I'm proud of what we were able to accomplish in that first episode, and I'm just thankful and grateful for people listening. But yeah, let's run those numbers. So, anyways, come on, Tim, give me some stats.
We're sitting at a comfortable 47 plays at the moment.
47 listens. What up?
It's pretty good, dude.
Break it down for me, though.
Yeah, dude. So we have 0 Google plays. That's all that matters.
0 Google plays.
No one goes on Google to listen to podcasts, dude. Let's be real.
So those of you Google listeners out there, if you're wondering, we are available on Google. But give me the other numbers. Break it down for me.
You know, we got 28 on Podbean.
28 on Podbean. Cool. That's nice. Awesome.
Yeah. I completely forgot that we did the YouTube, so we have 6 views on that. It's pretty good.
I to be honest with you guys, I think at least 10 of those are probably me though, like listening to it on every platform because I was so excited.
I don't think it counts you, but yeah, dude. I know what you mean.
You gotta believe in yourself, man. If you don't support your own dream, yeah,
for real. But yeah, dude, it did pretty okay for our first podcast. Yeah, it hasn't even been a week yet. Hasn't been a week yet, but yeah. That's awesome. I'm surprised. I'm pleasantly surprised. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even think that was going to happen. Yeah, it wasn't even a thought throughout the week for me until today. I was like, well, how many views did we totally get?
Yeah, man, I'm surprised. If 2 people like listen to it, right, and they legitimately listen to it, like, man, that's awesome. That's cool.
Yeah, this goes out to the people in the back room, dude.
Exactly. People doing things that nobody else sees, but listening to our voices. We love you. Oh, man. Anyways. Oh, so, yeah, this week in history. Let's get into that real quick. So as you guys know, we have a little segment that we like to do called This Week in History. Whoops. My volume on that was a little loud. Not the best transition there. Anyways, today's Monday. July 13th, and we are coming to you live. I'm coming to you live all the way from Riverside, California. And on this date, on July 13th in 1985, Live Aid was a benefit concert. It was held on a Saturday, and it was to fundraise money for the ongoing Ethiopian famine. And Live Aid was a cool benefit concert. There's a lot of good footage on YouTube. I suggest you check it out. One of the coolest concerts that I'd ever seen, at least live footage. I have a lot of good musicians there.
All the greats.
All the greats. So yeah, this day in history, July 13th, 1985, Live Aid happened.
Who would have thought that we would be competing with Live Aid right now, dude?
Who would have thought that we would?
How far we've made it, boys.
Yeah, that we're recording a podcast on the same day that they launched their fundraising initiative. Anyways, that was this week in history, this day in history. Hey, do you remember, did you go to school, did you go to junior high in Los Banos?
I went to a junior high.
Yeah. Who was your history teacher?
Mr. Dela Cruz. I had him for both years.
I had a guy named Mr. Boucher. He's a strange guy, really strange person.
I feel like everyone in that junior high was very strange. There was the rock guy.
Anyways, speaking of junior high, we have a guest today.
Yes, we do.
We do have a guest today, a big time, important guest, first guest of the show on the second episode. Longtime friend of mine, one of my best friends. He actually made it to the wedding. He's that much of a best friend. So yeah. Why don't I introduce our first guest? I know him as Tubby. You guys may know him as Christian. Is that right?
Right, man.
All right. Anyways, Christian, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I can't complain. I'm recording the podcast. I got my cup of coffee here. And
Cafe.
I know, right? I'm choking up on everything. Getting all Mexican on you guys real quick. Cafe.
Yeah. Cafe.
Just enjoying it. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, welcome to the podcast, man. Did you listen to the first episode?
I did listen to the first episode.
What were your thoughts on that?
I liked it. Just, the one thing I didn't like was you keep plugging it.
Yeah, got him.
You gotta believe in yourself, man. You don't believe in yourself, no one's gonna believe in you, man. I don't know.
Hey,
whatever.
I believed in you, but, then I started thinking, man, this guy sounds a little desperate.
Yeah, no, I know. Well, this funny thing is Alex and I were talking about this earlier. We're like, talking about like ads and stuff and like how you do ads and podcasts. And we're like, wait a second, we cannot do that because then we're just sounding like we're begging for stuff. So you don't expect that from us anytime soon, guys.
Yeah, we're going to pay you to listen to us, boys.
Just plug in Raid Shadow Legends, maybe.
We like to thank our sponsor, NordVPN, for giving us the free code to our Raid Shadow Legends with 1 million points or whatever it is.
Anyways, Christian, what is it before we get into the like an actual, before we start going on with the conversation and stuff, I had a few icebreaker questions that I thought would be fun. Maybe Alex wanted to break it down for you.
All right, dude. You gotta think about this one really good, okay? If you could time travel to any point in history just to be an observer, which would it be? Anytime. It doesn't matter what point in history. When the first jelly donut was made.
Ooh, that sounds pretty good. Probably, I would say when Nikola Tesla and Thomas Edison went at it,
dude, the
to see
dude.
what actually happened, why Thomas Edison was chosen.
Was chosen?
money.
What are you talking about? Wait, chosen for what? Is this a conspiracy?
He basically, like he won the war. We would have so much more stuff if Tesla won, but the corporates gave it to Thomas Edison.
You know how Tesla wanted free energy,
right?
But nothing's ever free.
Oh my goodness. So are you okay? Hold on a second. So Tubby, are you, Christian Tubby? I'm just gonna call you Tubby. So would you consider yourself like somebody who likes likes conspiracies, like not necessarily believes them, but enjoys a good conspiracy?
I think everyone enjoys a good conspiracy.
Dude,
especially if there's a lot of details and facts.
Oh my God, for reals, right? Conspiracies, I love them. I just, especially like, what's my favorite one though is about, what's that crazy campsite up in Northern California where like all the politicians go to?
The owl thing?
Yeah, the owl thing. And
where they get all weird.
You know what I'm talking about, Tubby?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's just like
I haven't heard that one.
Alex Jones uncovered it, I think.
Yeah.
Bohemian Grove. Grove? Is that how you say? I think it's how you say. Yeah,
I think that's what it is. I think it was Bohemian Grove.
Yeah.
What do they do over there?
You don't want to know, dude.
So apparently what they do is there was like this ranch at one point, and this Bohemian Grove started because there was like these started off as a very liberal hippie group of people in San Francisco that it was a lifestyle at first to be bohemian, and it was like you just kind of I don't know, it's just very like free, and I don't know how to explain it. Anyways, it started off as like a lifestyle, turned into like a social kind of status thing, and then after that it became a social club, and from a social club it turned into this secret society that we hear of now, and there's all this crazy like talk about sacrifice and crazy like masquerade sort of orgy weird stuff going on there. So anyways, drinking of blood and then there's notable people that have somehow been involved with this organization or this place called Bohemian Grove, and like I don't know, Google a few names real quick.
Rob Schneider was there.
You think so?
Crazy.
No, dude, he's not. He's no way. He's not.
No, he was. Dude, I promise he's something weird, dude. He was on the Epstein flight log. It's like, come on, Rob Schneider.
People were on that. I think it was Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Here we go.
No, Chris Tucker.
So I got notable members of the Bohemian Club. Okay, notable members. Here's one: Clint Eastwood. You ready?
Ooh.
Here's another one: Richard Nixon.
Got him.
Ronald Reagan.
So basically, just all the jerks in time, right?
I think the Clintons are too.
So all the jerks out there right now are part of this. There's Zodiac's on that list too. What?
No, that's not. I don't think they would.
Dude,
I don't think they would accept somebody of my means in their club. Anyways,
I've gone into clubs with far less, so.
Got into clubs far less, right? Anyways, yeah. So Christian, Tubby,
yeah,
I know you're still working right now.
Yes, I am.
So you've been deemed essential.
You're my hero, bro.
So we salute you, essential worker. I'm saluting you right now.
I mean, I feel like I'm not, but I'm not like feeding people or anything.
Tubby, we are heroes. Okay, don't let anyone tell you otherwise,
and don't let anybody else tell you different. You are a hero.
Yeah.
Anyways, so because when I started working at the job I got released from,
Barnes and Nobles,
we had heard, we were given sort of like a 2-week sort of heads up before the COVID situation kind of like went wild for us in Southern California. And one of the things that I remember like thinking about was like, I wonder if, you guys were going to keep working, because I used to work with you, and I was thinking, I was like, man, I wonder if they're going to stay open. I wonder how that's going to work for you guys. So did you guys have like, why don't you tell me a little bit about that? Like, how did you, like, what exactly, I know, okay, we used to work in a clean room, so it's like, it's a factory. I want you to kind of explain that a little bit, and then kind of talk about how you guys had to adapt to the COVID situation.
I mean, basically, when it first started, no one really took it that serious. We didn't have to wear a mask. I mean, we obviously had to wear a mask in the clean room, but outside, while, in the smoking area or anything, where we usually hung out, we could just sit next to each other. There was nothing to stop us from, spreading it if we had it.
Wow.
And some people, actually, there was 2 cases at work. And then that's when it got a little bit more serious. Now we have to wear masks.
So what time do you think that kind of happened? Like around what time frame? Is it like in April or maybe before that?
Around April.
It's around April. That's for us too. So like, because in April is when it popped off here for us. And I think it was like, I want to say like April 3rd or something like that is when I got released from my job.
Yeah, we were wondering if we were going to close down, and then we all had a meeting saying, hey, we provide data for what's it called?
The
government, basically.
So, well, can you get into that a little bit? Can you kind of get into like, like what you're talking about as far as providing data, like what you do?
I think it's just, probably cloud data.
Okay, but tell me what you do though. Can you explain to our listeners like what you do though? Like your job. I'm sorry, my bad. Let me
what
is your job? What is your job personally?
I expose wafers. I put an image on them. That's my job.
I have no idea.
It's not. You have no idea? Neither do I.
No,
I just do it.
You get paid for it. That's all you know.
Yeah, that's all I know. There might be a conspiracy theory behind that.
I know, right? That's what I was thinking too when I was working there. So, if you don't know, I'll just say it. So we used to work together at a place called Western Digital, where we made hard drives for computers. And there's a lot of cool stuff going on in that factory that was just really fun to be around. Kind of opens your eyes to technology in general. And it's really cool. Just a really cool environment to be in. And conspiracies around that. What do you mean? So would you say there's a conspiracy about how we provide data for the government?
I'm just saying there might be one.
Yeah, but, I know, right?
I mean, like, the fact that if you weren't... if your job didn't require you to be there, you didn't have to be there. So it was basically only like the manufacturing team and managers that had to stay.
Wow. And so all of like marketing, all those guys up in the front that had like the nice offices, they got to go home, right?
Yeah, they got to work from home.
And everybody in the dungeon had to stay in the dungeon.
And they said thank you for risking your life.
Did they give you guys you guys get free lunch? Did you guys get lunch?
No.
No, you guys didn't lunch it back? Are you kidding?
We got hand sanitizer.
Oh my days. Wow.
It's liquid gold, man.
We used to get free lunches once a week back in the day, and that was awesome.
Or the tacos.
There was always tension because like I remember I would joke around with Javier, and I'd talk about how like some of the guys in our aisle would be like, they would have a moment where they would like want to rally the troops and be like, first our coffee machine is broken, then the vending machines don't work, now our free lunch is gone, what next?
It was the refrigerators. They took the refrigerators away.
Oh my God. Wow. Jesus.
I mean, I get it, but
I
mean,
This was before.
We still have microwaves.
This was before COVID. This is before the COVID situation. It was just, how everybody, every job, you're always going to get into that kind of stuff anyways.
I mean, they replaced the refrigerator with like one of those fancy coffee makers.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I appreciate, because I appreciate the instant coffee where I go over there and be like, bam, I just want a black Americano real quick. You know what I'm saying? Just nothing in it. Just a hot brew coffee instantly. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I mean, other than that though, it's been pretty cool. Now they do the temperature checks, but they do it through the eyes. Don't know. Like, I don't know how safe that actually is, because if I stare at the sun and then go try to do it, they tell me, hey, go cool down.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
So sometimes when I don't want to go back to work, I'll just stare at the sun, blind myself, and then I get to sit in front of a fan. So.
Oh, you just outed yourself, dude.
They're not listening.
Yeah, nobody important is going to be listening to this podcast that is, in charge of your destiny. We'll just leave it. Well,
Yeah. We should also give a shout out to Western Digital for being our sponsor this evening. Thank you, appreciate it.
Oh my goodness. Anyways,
free SSDs.
Yeah.
That would be great. That'd be great. So, anyways, Tubby, longtime friend of mine, longtime video game player that I've known. You played. I mean, you're specifically responsible for getting me into Halo and what other games? Destiny. I think that was a good title to play. But then you stopped playing it with me. You sack of wine. You made me buy all the new system, the new game, and then he played with me for like 2 weeks, and then he ghosted me.
I got payback for that. I bought Destiny 2, and now it's free. I paid $60.
I did the same thing.
Oh man, that's funny. Anyways, awful. So are you playing anything new right now?
I just beat The Last of Us Part 2. That game's getting a lot of hate, but I think it's a good game. It's a great game.
I don't know. I think it's a split. I think people hate it and people like it enough. They're like, yeah, it's all right. It's not better than the first one. But
I mean,
the other camp, they're like, I hate this game.
The story is not better than the first one, but the gameplay is. And, I'm probably going to get a lot of hate from that. But,
it's your opinion, man. People like to hate things.
Yeah. I like to hate things too.
Rebel.
I haven't played The Last of Us at all. I've never played that game at all. It's looked interesting. My brother played it. He was really into it. I have never gotten to that game.
Is it because it's too scary?
No, I like a good scary game. I just never, I don't know.
You're
never caught my attention.
You play Minecraft all day.
Man, I love to play Minecraft. That's my favorite game. Speaking of Minecraft, I picked up Minecraft Dungeons. It's a dungeon crawling game. It's like a button mashing kind of combo. You collect little artifacts and different gear, and you trick out your character, and you just go through these dungeons, just clearing waves of enemies and like doing little puzzles and stuff. It's a really good game. But yeah, that's been the highlight for me recently. But anything else you playing, Tubby, right now?
Yeah, Dead by Daylight. I just got that for the Switch. That game's pretty fun. It's a 4v1, 4 survivors versus 1 killer. That game's pretty cool.
I know. So the funny thing about Dead by Daylight, before I met my wife, she was really into like Twitch and like streaming and stuff like that. She's a bit of a gamer herself, but I mean, she's into the classics like Zelda and Earthbound. Like she's got she knows a lot of video games. Anyways, one of her friends that she would, be on Twitch with quite a bit, or just, good friends with, is actually famous for streaming Dead by Daylight. And so every now and then when she jumps into his stream, he'll shout her out. And it's just like, it's kind of funny because everybody's like, oh my God, I can't believe it's so-and-so. And he plays Dead by Daylight. And then here's my wife. She's like, hey, what's up? And then he's like, hey, what's up? You know, and because she's been a longtime fan. Like she's been following his stream for years now. When like he was first starting off and stuff. So, you know, it's cool to see that he still, you know, recognizes some of those people, you know.
Yeah, that's cool. And also I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2.
You know, I still haven't played that.
I've never gotten to Red Dead. I want to because I love cowboy stuff in general, just like the whole entire like just I guess aesthetic of it, you know, like Westworld was a great movie, like a TV show to watch. I like a lot of classic cowboy movies. And so when they made this game, Red Dead. Yeah, I was excited for that. And the funny thing is I've just never picked it up. I don't know. I mean, I feel guilty for spending like $60 on a game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a good game. The first one was really good. The second one I haven't played yet, but my sister really likes it. She still plays it now and then, especially since they added online a while ago.
Yeah.
I want to get it for PC, but it's like the most unoptimized piece of trash out there. So
I got it for Xbox. And
Hey,
I don't have consoles. The only console I have is a Switch and like a PC. That's it.
Hey, Tubby, do you have Animal Crossing?
I do have Animal Crossing.
How come you don't ever add me as a friend? You never even ask me. Oh,
I sent you my friend code.
Oh,
Okay.
Check your text.
Maybe we already are friends.
Just send me your friend.
Oh no, we're not friends. I know.
Oh my God.
I've been waiting.
I'll have to add you there. You can check out my
my
whack island. My island's so whack right now. I got to get to work on it, man. I really do. I haven't stopped playing since I got Dungeons. I didn't really start playing. I haven't started playing.
Yeah, I haven't played in a minute either. Ever since now you can swim. I didn't know that.
I tried that yesterday for the first time, and it was pretty cool swimming.
And apparently they're gonna add more stuff. I don't know.
They just need to fix the inventory and crafting system. Once they fix that, they have a good game.
I mean, I keep getting screwed over by those freaking turnips.
Oh, dude, the turnip game.
I'll buy them. I'll buy them
game.
for like 98 bells, and then all of a sudden, I go and talk to Tommy and the other one,
Timmy,
and freaking, I get like 58 bells per turnip, and I just want to snap my Switch in half.
Well, so how it works? Like, cause me and my sister and my cousin we're basically turnip runners, dude. So I have so much money, right? So the way it works is there's 3 like spikes in prices that happen throughout the week. It depends on the time, right? It changes twice a day.
Yeah.
One before noon and one afternoon. The third spike will always be the highest spike. So if you notice that like by the end of the week, it's like 100 and something, that's the highest it's probably going to be if it's already Saturday.
Yeah.
But like you have to pay attention, or you could time travel to try to figure it out. There's also Turnip Exchange website.
We don't time travel, man.
Well, just go on like Turnip Exchange, and then you can.
You don't like to time travel? Okay. So funny story about that, right? Before I started playing Animal Crossing, I'd never played the game before in my life. So I got the game and I was like, I'm not Googling anything. I'm just going to go into it. I'm going to play it, let it do it. I'll learn how to play the game by natural osmosis or whatever, whatever. I'll figure it out. Then about 2 weeks into the game, I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm bored of it. So the game sat there for about a month. And then all of a sudden, my sister-in-law, she was like, we went down to go visit my parents and my in-laws for Father's Day. And my sister-in-law was like, I've been playing Animal Crossing and I need, I don't know, I think she needed peaches or something. I don't know, she needed different fruit. And I was like, I didn't know you could trade. And then she's like, yeah, you can trade. And so when I left that weekend, I had learned the time travel trick. And man, I just started exploiting that. And I had a 5-hour drive all the way from, LB up to Riverside, or down to Riverside. It's a 5-hour drive down I-5. And I just exploited the time hop, and I just kept growing all my fruit and just kept selling it. Just kept selling it and doing that time travel thing over and over again, farming money. So is it a cheat? I don't think so. I mean,
No,
it's a cheat.
It's not
clever
a cheat.
use of game mechanics. Okay?
I mean, I'm
cheat,
literally farming just fruit. I'm literally farming fruit to pay off my debt, right? That's all I was using it for.
I literally gave you all the money to pay your debt off.
No. No, you did not. It's not even done yet, dude. I still owe over $1 million, dude. I have the last 2 tiers I had to pay for, the most expensive tiers. So I saved all that money, and I'm also playing 2 accounts actually. I'm playing my account and my wife's account because I cannot progress the island unless Courtney's account progresses forward.
Switch, man.
So most of that money that you gave me went to, trying to get the island to progress forward, so that way I can actually progress forward.
So I basically paid for both of you guys.
No, you paid for half of it because the other half I had to do all the farming myself and exploit the time jump.
I think it's funny that you're like starting to get into the entry level of like time traveling for money.
Yeah,
it's like that's where everyone starts. It's like, well, I'll just sell my fruit. I'll just time travel.
Well, that's
like, you realize it's not even like remotely effective compared to like the turnip
game. Yeah, I know. So I didn't learn about the turnip game until you started talking about it to me, but I didn't quite understand it yet. So eventually, you're gonna have to take me turnip running so I can start moving some stuff.
When a good enough update comes out that requires me to, or what makes me want to play like more again, I'll do it, because the swimming is not enough for me to like do anything right now. Yeah. Like it's cool, it's awesome. There's a lot of like cool things to it, but they need to fix like the core problem of like crafting multiple things without like menu hopping 1,000,000 times.
Dude, tell me about it. That's the one thing that I would say they need to get right.
Yeah, once they fix that, dude, the game will be basically a 10 out of 10 asterisk,
9 out of 10. Which is pretty good.
You would agree that it's a 10 out of 10?
I say 9.
I say it's 9 out of 10. The thing that's really carrying it right now is like the community. Like, I think that's what's really, because like people like my sister like holds these events sometimes. Like a couple weeks ago, she held like this like I believe it was like 70s themed event in her island. And she put her code out on I believe it was the Animal Crossing Discord. She had people just coming in, hanging out.
Wow, see, that's
cool. They weren't there for anything. They were just there to dress in 70s style clothes and hang out.
So that's kind of like, what's that? What was that computer game back? Like Otherworld, Second Life, or something like that? Second Life, dude. Dude, let's start Second Life accounts, bro.
Is Second Life even a thing still?
I have no idea.
Maybe they're onto Third Life or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Animal Crossing is the new Second Life. But some of those people do some crazy stuff, man. I saw like someone built an entire like Harry Potter world, basically a whole Hogwarts. I was like, whoa, insane.
So I
was gonna say I was on the Second Life website right now, and it is going strong apparently.
How many users does this say? Can you Google that? How many users are on Second Life?
I don't know, but
is there? Can you give us?
I'm gonna go in.
Can you tell us what Second Life? Is there like a legitimate like little bio of what Second Life is, so we can actually know what it is? Like, because I think it's some sort of like alternate reality video game, right?
Yeah. So Second Life is an online virtual world developed and owned by a San Francisco based. Oh, that has nothing to do with it. It's just basically like The Sims.
Wow.
Right. Oh, they added VR to it. Celebrate 17 years of Second Life in advance.
Dang, 17 years of Second Life.
I think I could check how like relative it is through Twitch. Like it doesn't give you the numbers of like who's playing it, but it does give you like a representation of how like.
Here's what I want to do.
popular it is.
Okay, so if those of you listening, any listeners out there, if you are a Second Life player, you're somebody who has a Second Life account, and you would be willing to share your experience with us about your experience on this virtual, reality game platform, send us an email, averagefellas@gmail.com. Send us that email or tweet us at averagefellas.
There he goes. begging for it, dude.
Please.
Please. Yo, did you guys? Are you guys excited for the new Tony Hawk 1 and 2 remake?
Yes, dude, I'm super excited for that.
I'm just gonna put on the soundtrack and lay down.
Dude, I do that.
Cry.
November, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I do that to this day.
Man,
I listen to the soundtrack.
Wait, you said October?
Tony Hawk 1. Shout out to the Ernies.
Let me check.
Tony Hawk soundtrack. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 had
4th.
the greatest
September
soundtrack.
4th.
Yo, that's how this year is going. September it just seems so far away.
Nah. These days are
It's like
bleeding
2 months.
Dude, this year's been going by real slow, man.
It's already halfway over, dude.
It felt like, dude. Nah, dude. February your wedding felt so far away.
That is true.
It feels like it was a long time ago.
Like last year.
Yeah.
It's so funny because I think about that. I've only been married for 5 months.
Yeah, it feels like a long time.
It feels like I've been married a lifetime already.
Already stagnant, dude.
Already saying it.
Already stale.
Yeah. Just okay. How much longer?
Oh, man, my entire
That's
life.
rude.
Rest of your life.
My entire life, gentlemen. My entire life. Okay, so anyways, we talked about video games. We talked about COVID a little bit. We talked about your first impressions of our episode 1. Hey, real quick, what do you think about Kanye trying to be president?
That's all I can really say.
What'd you say?
I said no.
No, just no.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. Just no comment. No comment. That's it. Yeah, that seems to be the reaction that we're getting from, like, I mean, in general, that I bring it up, I tell people, and everyone's like, no. The thing is, I don't know. I just don't think we're, there's too much.
We're not ready.
We're not ready to just let this all cool down. Please let it stop. Let it cool down, please.
It's gotta just be a meme. And that's what we got to keep it as, just a meme.
I mean, did you hear that he's running in the birthday party?
Yes, his party is the birthday party because when he becomes president, everybody wins. I think that's what his tweet said. Yeah. Anyways, so hopefully it's just memes. We never know. We'll see how it turns out, right, guys? Hold on to your butts. Hold on to your butts.
Did you guys hear that Disney World reopened?
In Florida, right?
Well, Florida reopened.
But this is what I want to know.
The balls on that, man.
Yeah.
To reopen in the place where it's like one of the highest COVID cases in like the state or the country.
I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I said, "Wow." Remind me to never go to Florida.
I was telling Zach this. It's like they don't need the money. Marvel made them so much money. Like, well, actually, no, because Star Wars cost them $4 billion, so they got to make it up somehow, right?
I know, right?
Disney Plus.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
I got Disney Plus.
I mean, Disney was being canceled on Twitter. They had a Disney's over party yesterday.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened?
The Disney's over. Twitter loves to cancel people and have these like it's over party.
Yeah,
for people, sometimes it's just some people trolling. Like someone tried to cancel. What's that singer from One Direction?
I don't know. Harry Styles.
Yeah, Harry Styles. Like yesterday, he was trending for some reason, but it's like, well, I don't really see anything he did wrong. I obviously I didn't really look into it. He might have done something wrong, but I didn't really look into it. I did glance at it. The first few of them were just like memes. So
Wow. Dang.
Twitter's wild right now, dude.
Twitter
is wild.
I mean, I get a lot of my news just from the headlines because I know once I click on it, I'm just going to read a bunch of crazy stuff from just everyone.
I know. I have this weird routine. I wake up in the morning and I check all the news articles on my Facebook. I go to the little news section. I select that, and all of a sudden it just drops down all the news articles that come up for the day. And every morning, something tragic, something crazy pops off in the world. Somebody said something. Somebody did something. I'm like, oh my goodness. Can you guys just stay still for a day? Can everybody just like chill?
Take a beat, like relaxed.
Just stay inside.
Just stay inside. Just please. Everybody, we need to take a break. Everybody, just time
especially with the people still lighting fireworks around my neighborhood.
Dude, tell me about it. Last night, I had to take my dog out before I went to bed. I wanted to take him out, use the restroom, but he got scared. He heard a firecracker pop off, and that was it. He didn't want to go outside. Hey, shout out to my dog, Russell. He's the face of the podcast. If you're wondering what that little shadow is behind the text, that's actually the silhouette of my dog, Russell.
The big Russ.
Yo, big Russ. Anyways, yeah, I think that's we're about 40 minutes into this, boys. 40 minutes in.
You know what that means, boys?
You know what that means. It's time for What's Hop with your boy.
Is it queuing?
It's cued.
It's cute, man. It's what's hot. I'm here to bring you what's hot in the internet sphere this week. And did you guys hear about this Wayfair furniture conspiracy going on?
No, I didn't even know what's happened.
So apparently, Wayfair furniture is being accused of like naming a lot of their furnitures, like their overpriced furnitures, after names of missing kids. And it was getting a lot of traction because they were being connected to like sex trafficking. And they eventually had to bring them all down because if you type the code in with like a certain thing, it brought pictures of like little kids up. I didn't Google it because I don't want that on my computer, you know?
Yeah, no.
I don't. My boy in the FBI, Steve, I don't want him to like know about this, right? While he's watching my stuff already. So like, I want to make sure he has plausible denial as well. I'm looking out for you, my boy Steve.
Oh my goodness! Wait, so you're saying that Wayfair was accused of sex trafficking because
I didn't say sex trafficking. I said child trafficking.
Oh, child trafficking. I'm sorry, child trafficking because of the names of their products.
They were naming a lot of their products had names of missing children.
Really?
And people were connecting the product code to some of the kids' missing dates.
Really?
And they were very overpriced. And you can't really. I tried Googling some of the codes, and it just really shows up like a couple, like 4 rows of images, which is really weird because a lot of times, even though it's not related, they'll just show random stuff a lot of time.
All right, so I just Googled it right now. I Googled it, and what came up? It says the claim that Wayfair is trafficking children is based almost entirely on one person's confusion over an expensive cabinet. You know, I'm gonna give you. I was gonna say a really dumb comment right now, but I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it for Oprah. What? Oh my god. Anyways, that's what's hot, huh?
It's true. I'm just saying. There's
the storages from their website.
Yeah, they removed all the stuff too.
Wait, they removed what?
The products and stuff.
They removed them
from their online store.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
crazy.
It's another conspiracy to get into, Zach.
Yeah, but the weirdest part is like, there's no real news about it.
Yeah,
right?
no, I haven't seen anything about that.
There's
But
no
this is
real
my
news
first hearing of
about
it.
There's also no real news about the Milwaukee, like, human trafficking that was happening over there.
I did catch a clip of that. You did send that to me. I saw that. That seems pretty.
Like,
that
that
seems
didn't
crazy.
get any news either. Like,
anyways,
they're covering it up. The lizard people are covering all this up, boys.